Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, April 22nd, and what time is it? It's just coming up to 5 o'clock. Haven't changed yet to do my Suburi. I haven't done much today because I didn't go to bed till probably, I don't know, maybe I think I went to bed and then my mind wouldn't settle last night. So I didn't go to sleep. I think I went to bed about 2:30ish. Didn't go to sleep till about 3:15, 3:30. Yeah, it was my second night in a row volunteering, and that's me done for this week, which was cool, and it's nice to be useful, but I think I'm cross today. And you know, those of you that know me well know that I get mad about quite a lot of things. And that's fine because, you know, there are those of us in the world that do like to get a bit indignant about things. But when we went to lots of different places, including Vauxhall, Waterloo, Brixton, Mitcham, I think it was, Wimbledon. So a few places, and we managed, to find a couple of people. And I can't go into too much detail, but we couldn't help one of them. And to tell someone that there's nothing to be done for them right now, do you know what? It really fucking sucks. I don't know how in this country, in this time, in 2020, that there are people, yes, okay, that is a very small minority of people that choose to be homeless for a lifestyle. They don't want the responsibility of owning somewhere. Why is there not something that exists, more hostels again, to fill this gap for those people? There are people that are not capable and don't want to be responsible for owning property, renting property. And I don't know, just a story last night sort of hit home. And I knew it would sometimes, working as a volunteer for a homeless charity, where there are people that really want help and that it couldn't be given to them last night. I can't really go into massive amount of detail here because it's not my story to tell, it's the client's. But why in 2020 is there homeless people? Why is there not gaps for places for homeless people to stay? Why is there such differences from boroughs to boroughs in this as well? Why is there not just, London as a borough doing it together? I know some boroughs have a lot less money in the boroughs and a lot more people that need help. But you know what? So what? Well, I just don't get it. And I'm feeling a bit exasperated by it today. And I think it's also because I did the first day. And then, obviously, I'm not doing another day until next Monday. And there is people out there that tirelessly, without, they just keep going, right? And there's charities, and they feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinners. But you know what? The shelters are closed at the moment. And yes, there are people that are homeless being housed in some hotels. But the access to that is very hit and miss depending on where you are in London at the point of contact with the services. And last night it just seemed incredibly unfair. And, I'm going to take the story as I was told at face value, because until proved wrong, that's just me as a person, right? And to see someone be told no was really hard last night, and it's made me upset and it's pissed me off, and I think it's okay to be angry about that. In fact, I think everybody should be angry about it. There was quite a few around Waterloo. We were only looking for 2, it's amazing what... And I don't think people should feel guilty about what they have, because that's a different thing entirely. But I do think there are people out there should feel guilty that they have too much. You know, incredibly wealthy people like Branson, why the fuck are they getting a government bailout? Like, is he worried about where he's going to get his breakfast from the next day? Of course he's not. And these are things that should be answered, and it's not okay for people to stockpile money and have shitloads of it. It's not okay for businesses to be fucking bailed out by government when they should just not pay their shareholders, who probably have fuckloads of money as it is. And so, yeah, I'm a bit fucking angry today about it. And I knew I would be, and I'm just sad, because it's hard to tell someone no and leave someone because you've got to go on to the next thing. And today, the bollocks part of all of that is that shouldn't exist. And, you know, there's a really good page on Facebook about past and present history, run by someone called Monique Capel, and it has some amazing stories of it about London in the past. But some of those London in the past about, you know, people in the East End couldn't afford, like a story today, people in the East End couldn't afford to go to the seaside, so the seaside was brought to them, and there was a beach for years by the Tower of London, which is amazing. You know, they brought in sand, and East End kids played in the sand by the Tower of London. And it just makes me wonder how much of our mentality... We've got all the technology, but has our mentality changed? Have we actually made the changes within ourselves that need to be made to not get back to that? You know, the benefit system was put there in place to catch the most vulnerable members of society and members of society that need an extra help. There isn't enough mental health support in around. So many things have been cut. And at the moment, you know, something that we take for granted, which is charging our mobile phone, they can't even do that, some of them, at the moment, because of the coronavirus. You know, the libraries are shut. They can't go to McDonald's for 24 hours that are late to get themselves hot drinks, of which they've probably begged the money or got the money from somewhere to go and, you know, spend whatever McDonald's coffee or tea is, I don't know, what, £1? And they're not staying in those places at the moment. And yeah, it has got warm, but you know what? It's not warm at 12 o'clock at night in an underground tunnel, and it's or in a park or a churchyard or a van or the cars, because the homeless don't just sleep on the streets, they sleep in different places, you know. Anyway, yeah, ranted a bit there, I know. And I think also I feel so mad about it because I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how all of us can make that better. I guess rant about it, sign petitions, support charities that push for the government to create policy change. Because you know what, something needs to happen, because it sucks so far, and it shouldn't exist. There should be other places. There should be types of communal living where people that don't feel capable or don't want to be culpable of looking after themselves have other people to look after them. We should create communities of people in places to look after the people of society that don't have the skills to look after themselves, and also have that mental health support that needs to be there right from the off. It's all very well. It's not as easy as giving someone a flat. You know, when you've lived a really hard life for 6 months, a year, 2 years, you need support to get back into where you want to be in society. But yeah, I think I'm just going to sulk about it a bit today. I also going to do, my arms are aching a bit today from the Suburi Challenge myself and Little List are doing. We did 300 cuts yesterday. Haven't done them yet today. Going to do 500 cuts today. And I'm thinking it's going to really hurt. Yesterday my hands started to get a bit sweaty. I was a little bit worried that my bokken, my wooden sword, would fly over one of the fences for one of the gardens. So I just be a little bit more aware of yeah. And I'm not going to go really fast or anything. We're just going to take it slow, warm up nicely, take it slow, just sort of get it done. And it is a nice challenge, because it is a challenge to stand there and practice cutting, which is what a suburi is, with a wooden sword. Because like anything, when you continuously do it, it doesn't get easier, it gets harder. So you start to want to drop your arms a bit, but they are supposed to stay in the correct position the whole time, and so that makes it a bit more exciting. I'm also going to do my guitar lessons. I didn't do them yesterday, but I think it will do me good today. And later on today I have my book group via Zoom. I haven't really been reading much though, and I don't know. I did read one little, very, very little short story, and that was very nice, so I'll talk about that later. Maybe I should do a little bit more reading. I think tomorrow I'm planning to sunbathe and chill in the garden a bit. I think I need to do a little bit of chilling out, and hopefully I don't think I'm going to go to bed late, because I'm already knackered and it's only 5:00 in the afternoon. I also think I had really weird dreams, because I was sad and mad when I got back last night. And, I just spent some time looking at crap on Facebook just to distract myself from how I was thinking about it all. In a weird way, it's really weird walking around at 1:00 in the morning looking for somebody that has been referred. And at the same time, it's an easy thing to do in that I get to come home to my own bed. And I want that for whoever out there that is homeless, that needs it and wants it. But more importantly, wants it, because not all of them want it. That's true. Although that's only a minority. I don't really know what else to say today. I'm just sort of a bit. It's hard when you feel a bit pissed off about something, but also quite helpless about something. And I guess I know that I do more than others and I do less than some. It's a saying, isn't it, of doing some, you do some, but less than others and more than others kind of thing. I don't know. I think I said that really shitly, that saying. And I just think, 2020, guys, people are homeless. How the fuck does that happen still, right? And I guess I'm pissed off and angry and sad about it, because I'm passionate about it. When you start, when something becomes, when you start seeing the reality of a statistic, it becomes something quite more personal. And I know that I have to get a bit harder, and I was very professional while I was out there speaking to these people, and kind, and trying to be empathetic. And it's only sort of when I walk away and tell, we have to tell them no and walk away, that I just think, what the actual fuck? What the fuck? How is this fair? And often it's just simple, what I perceive as small, normal life mistakes that leads all these different people to live on the streets. There has been people that I've seen that are very mentally challenged, and actually you wonder how they are managing on the street, because their needs are so great, and you think, well, there should surely be places for them straight away, and there just isn't. And this whole fucking corona thing has, the people that have got into the hotels, it's great, it's all right, they're not being treated, they're not staying in a hotel like they're staying in the hotel, they still don't have anything, but those people that are not able to access those things and not able to access their normal everyday things, it's sucking even more from them. They can't even go to the day shelters because the day shelters have closed. A lot of the night shelters are closed because of the whole virus thing. And it's just not fucking fair, is it? Anyway, I think on that ranting note, I'm going to finish for today, because, I don't know. I'm still obviously gonna still continue to do the volunteer work and keep going with it, because I do think it's really important. And apart from all of my ranting, because I'm feeling quite exasperated about it, I think it's important that despite my discomfort with saying no and stuff, sometimes being listened to is the first step in somebody re-believing that they're actually a human and they're worth part of society. Yes, I'm not going to play any outgoing music today. I'm just going to leave it there. I hope you're all okay. I hope that my ranting hasn't depressed you more or made you feel worse if you're having a bad day. I think I might treat myself to a nice little gin and tonic while I'm having my Zoom book group meeting. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to suddenly stop thinking about the homeless people, but I am going to see what else I can get involved with at some point. But stay safe. And if anyone around the Croydon area has wholemeal bread flour, please let me know, because I'm looking for someone. All right, guys. Stay safe. Happy Wednesday.